All right, you ready to start this shit or what?
Oh, yeah, you want me to hit record yet or what?
I thought you already hit record.
Oh, yeah, I did.
So we're good. We're good.
Huh. Yeah, I just didn't know if you wanted me to hit it yet or not.
Rick. And with that, welcome back to the motherfucking Deadboyz podcast. It's your boy Joey. Bow ain't here. Our man freaking ain't here, but with me, I got your boy Rick. What's poppin', Rick? Well, I guess I can't point that way because on the stream you're that way. It's a little awkward.
I ain't down there.
It's a little awkward. But
I gotta look up.
Yeah, you gotta look up into it's all flippy flop on both my screens. If I point that way, it's like pointing to you, but if I point that way, it's yeah.
You can do it. You can make that shit all slow motion, just with the words flippy flop. No.
Oh.
Well, you can do that too. Now now there's a lot of shit you got. Damn. So how was your week, Joey?
Damn, he tried to come at me with it first. What an asshole. Shit, man. It's been 2 weeks since we did a podcast. We ended up taking last week off for the live streams just because everybody had some stuff going on, you know. So 2 weeks. I don't know if I could remember anything from last week besides work. And my damn work gave me mandatory days. I had to show up for mandatory overtime, which I bet I ain't even going to get the overtime for most of the day since I didn't hit 40 hours yet. But that is what it is. Yesterday, we was finna do the podcast. My damn belt broke in my damn car, my Serpentine belt.
So I had so much fucking food.
Man, Daddy's little fatty needs to chill. But yeah, no, so belt broke, so I had to deal with that. But Sunday was pretty lit. I went to go see your boy. Not your boy, but my boy, because I've been watching this dude my whole life. You probably been watching him your whole life too, but I went to go see Jeff Dunham. Shit was lit. I even got the little shirt. Woo, titties!
Watching that fool since I was your age.
Have you really?
Probably younger than that.
Shit, he's pretty.
Since my boy's age.
He's pretty old. He's pretty. Well, I guess I don't know exactly what people consider old nowadays, but he's getting up there. I think
you make fun of me all the time about being old.
Yeah, but he's 59. You're old. He's 59.
He's 59. I thought you said like 52.
No, he's 59. He's 10 years away from your favorite number. Think about it. Think about it. That's pretty much
the same as having Peter in my head. Oh, that sounds weird. From Family Guy.
Oh, you're not talking about Peter. My Peter. Okay.
Yeah, not Peter. Yeah.
That's a little bit depressing, but that's besides the point. How was your week, Rick? How was your week? I see Pickle Rick in the back. I know you briefly touched on it before, but it's Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick. That's kind of creepy. You're just like rubbing down your pickle.
That's like a touch of the
You almost. Okay, now it's just getting weird. Now you're kissing another man in pickle form.
No, it's like my pet pickle. Oh, okay, we're just that's getting worse. This is what no alcohol will do to a man.
Yeah, it'll start making you pet a pickle.
I wish I knew about that before.
And he pulls up a soda, freaking Pepsi. Man, I thought you was a Mountain Dew kind of guy.
I'm out of my Dew, and I can't drive him, so I ain't walking my ass to the store. So
I fucks with it. But is that all you got with your week? Is Pickle Rick or what? I know you got something in the last 2 weeks you got to talk about.
Oh, I was kind of tripping. Well, yeah, I haven't really done much besides puzzle. I did start putting a puzzle together, so that's another thing that makes me not old. I'm sure. I mean, have you ever touched a puzzle even?
Okay, what kind of dumbass question is that? I'm pretty sure everybody in the grandmama's touched a puzzle. I just don't do them because I don't find it very much enjoyment.
Yeah, I haven't looked at them. Fuck that.
God damn it, Rick. God damn
You just looked at me right now like them fucking basketball players looking at those fucking reporters asking the stupid ass questions where they just look at them like, what the fuck? Why'd you ask me that? Damn. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of YouTube.
Been watching a whole lot of YouTube. Anything in particular? Just random.
Well, shit about basketball players giving shit to the reporters. That that's where that came from. Getting asked dumb questions and shit.
I fucks with it. I was thinking, just in spirit of seeing Jeff Dunham, I should come to some podcast randomly and just like the whole podcast, just try and give the Walter face.
What?
How he's all grumpy all the time.
Look like a bulldog's dick.
That too. That'll work out. Work out.
Oh. They look grumpy like that just because they're so close to the ground. They're always freaking, bumping into shit.
I would have figured it would have been more along the lines of them dragging their balls on the ground and they're getting tired of it. At some point,
after a while.
At some point, it's got to hurt. I mean, once you're in the wild and it's going across the dirt, that is what it is. But once you start dragging it across the freaking concrete, that might hurt a little more,
At least it's dry marks being like that. At least it's not a slug mark. That's fucking weird.
Uh-huh.
No. And there goes the Deadboyz podcast.
Yep, there goes all our weeks, guys. We're fucking done. We're out of here. Peace out. Good tuning in, everybody. Bye. Fucking A, Rick.
I'm laughing too much.
Fucking A.
Well, my life is so fun. There must be something in this Pepsi.
Uh-huh.
I've had all this giggleness all bottled up, kind of, So.
It's because you didn't come to the podcast last week. You'd have been able to get some of it out if you came to the podcast last week, man.
Nah, I do what I can.
I
was watching some of them that drone racing today, though.
The drone racing shit's tight. Where they got the
That's
VR goggles.
Fuck.
I was thinking about buying one of them just to have the VR looking goggles on and then flying that fucker. Like that would be pretty dope. Just that by itself. I ain't got a race.
I just want the goggles on. I'll go sit in a corner and pretend I'm flying one. I'm happy with that. I'll just make broom sounds,
Yeah, I fuck with it. I wonder how much some things cost. I bet you they're expensive as hell. Because you got big ass drones with just a camera on it for like $1,000, $1,500 if you go to a lot of stores that sell drones and shit like Walmart, Best Buy and shit, So I wonder how much a racing one would be. And then the VR connectivity too, like it's like a whole nother level.
Yeah, and how far those fuckers can go? They got to have a sponsor, I imagine. Because for most sports, and I consider this as like some kind of a sport, you bust out some guys, you got some Joe Rogan looking fools like, what up, bitch, They show up the screen on this, it looks like, like kids guilty of not coming home on time, They look like, around your age,
I'm not. That was pretty ageist, bro. You're gonna have to take that back. I find extreme sensitive feelings popping up in my tibulas.
No, they just look a little, like young as fuck. Which I imagine I think the younger generation from me, the younger it keeps going, the better with the hand-eye coordination.
I think it's all just based on repetition. Practice makes perfect. Did they ever tell you that, man? The more you do it, the better you get. But I'm sure when you're at a younger age, that motor coordination does come a little easier, I bet. That's
why I got 5 kids.
But being that I didn't learn any coding until, I was already pretty much an adult, I feel like you could definitely learn some shit when you're not like a kid. You know what I'm saying?
You like that? Yeah. You like that egg dodging the sperms? Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, no.
Meow.
Oh. It's better than a little spermy swimming by. No.
Oh, shit.
I was watching a little too much of that computer animation shit, which that was kind of funny, too. Watching those two guys that judge everybody's animation skills or whatever. I forget the name.
Judging what kind of animations you talking about? Like 3D models, people judging 3D, like people making animations with 3D models off like Blender and shit.
Well, I don't know. It was the name, whoever the name is I told you earlier today, and you said you recognize the name? I can't.
He looks at his TV to try. Please be there. Jesus, help
can't
me.
be too far. Yeah, it's not there. But anyways, they're I don't know. They did the I don't even want to say this word because these guys are going to start beating me up. I used to say the word Star Wars, and all of a sudden, like trying to say the word. You want to go for a walk to the dogs? They jump up,
I thought Cody was about to pop up behind me the second he said Star Wars.
It pops up on the screen. What?
Trying to look in the chat, be like, "What's up, boys?" or something. I was waiting for something to pop up in there. The second Star Wars came up. You got 10 new viewers, and it's all him fucking hacking different bots and shit to get in here.
But they, when they did Luke to make him look younger or whatever, the Disney's version, whatever, these guys, showing him up, saying, look, we can do a better version, but I can't remember who the fuck this guy's name is. I told you, they're the ones that had the robot where they're hitting the robot, pushing it and making people think it was a real robot.
Doing this and going up and down and then going to the side, like it doesn't look very good for your case, man.
Oh, I gotta make the whoa. Oh, that's not working.
Oh, that's a sword. So you're going like this. You're not going like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a sword. Yeah, just yeah. What'd you guys talk about? I don't know.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Not on there.
You're going to have to show me after this podcast, maybe. But I got a weird question for you.
I am not really Batman.
But I haven't seen you and Batman in the same room together, so it kind of makes me suspicious. Mr. Bruce Wayne? But no, so imagine this situation, right? You're in the bathroom. It's kind of like a situation that you're used to.
Gay?
So you're sitting in the bathroom. You're sitting on the toilet. You're enjoying yourself. You're pooping.
You just gotta breathe is the most important part.
Of the poop?
Oh, I was trying to answer the question before you asked it.
Oh. Okay. So now I know the question, and it doesn't really sound very good. But
get rid of that.
Say somebody breaks into your house, right? Trying to like rob you or whatever, right? And you hear like a window break or some shit like that, and you're in the middle of taking a shit. Do you?
Oh, and that shit breaks off. You just need more toilet paper. Like a lot more toilet paper.
Why'd your eyes got to get all big?
Because that's a lot more toilet paper.
Uh-huh.
You ever break one? You ever break one? You're fucked. You might as well get that extra roll out already.
But here's the real question. Because assumably you're going to want to get up and you're going to want to react and probably go fucking stop this guy or fucking at least run out the bathroom or something. Do you wipe first? You're like, hold on real quick. And then do you wipe your ass? And then do you confront this guy? Or how do you go about doing it?
I would grab my hands and just wipe my ass with my hands and run at him like it's a tickle fight. And he's going to run like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna fuck around with nobody who got shit on their hands. Fuck, you just want to fight? Let's go. All of a sudden, they come at you and they got like shit on your hands. You're gonna be running at like it's gonna be like the same as having glass stuck to them with Nah,
you about to
want to get the dookie on them.
It's actually kind of a smart move because I mean you might have to wash up a little bit. You might be a little stinky, but you're also fighting like fire with the freaking tornado because you're also fighting with shit on your hands. You're about to give me coli with each fucking hit. Right.
That's why I used to play with it when I was a kid, reach my hand in the diaper and try, No. Oh.
So you used to be one of the monkeys who threw the shit at people?
Yeah. That's racist as fuck.
That is a little racist. So you wouldn't wipe. You would wipe with your hands and you would go attack this guy. That's very interesting. Why didn't I think of that? My ass, I was
maybe if I'm lucky, I could grab one real quick. It depends what you ate the day before.
Now here's the next question: would you take the time to pull your pants off, or are you running out there half naked, fucking with shit on your hands?
Oh no, you gotta have the pants up because you can't physically chase somebody naked confidently because you know. I mean, you just can't. I mean, I can go out to the woods right now, run down the hill with my pants on, and I'll be like, I'll even make that sound too. I'll do it with my pants off. You know, of course, the sound's going to sound a little different. You know, like well, kind of. Well, at my age, it'll sound more like like you ever heard like a sail flapping, you know, because my balls will be catching wind, and so it might slow me down a little bit, but you just don't, because you might feel like you're going to step on a branch and something's going to happen. You just feel so open. You got to pull them up real quick. But so you got to pull them up, then get the shit on your hands, because now you're in a whole different situation because you ain't going to remember that later. Then you're going to wash your hands off. And then when you go take your pants off, you're going to grab shit again. You're going to go, fuck. And you're going to have the shit on you again.
What the fuck? See, you definitely went an entirely different way than I was thinking about how I would go. My original...
I start playing with the poo.
You're just like, I'm about to make a poo cupcake all over this guy's face. He fucking holds a gun up to you. He's like, let me see your hand. There's dookie all over him. And she's like, oh, what's that smell? No,
right away, but she's going to run away. I mean, you ain't going to fuck her, especially if you got a turd you can throw.
My idea, like, I feel like what I would think I would do would be, for the comfort, I'd wipe my ass and pull up the pants. But your heart's going, your adrenaline's going. I might end up just doing some weird shit and just pulling the fucking the pants up and just having freaking dookie all over my ass. So not only am I chasing this guy down, then I got the, in the back.
Well, you'd probably run faster.
Got my legs lubed up and ready to rock or what?
That's a lot less friction. By theory, there's got to be at least a slight, just like that right there. See how slow my hand went?
Yeah.
Now watch.
I heard all the ash falling off your hand on that one.
You see that?
Yeah, I've seen the
a
dust.
little bit of shit on there, and it just fucking no. You're supposed to do all that with special effects later. I'm not doing that.
As if my job wasn't hard enough. Now I gotta give Rick special effects of him flinging poo off his hand.
You gotta put a little bit of poo off my hand. Just a little bit.
Why don't you do me a favor and actually do it? It's like, you insist. Fuck it. We'll get banned.
Rating shit the fuck up. You can't get banned. Oh, well, maybe. I mean, it is a epidemic. I mean, last thing you want to do is having poo fights.
I don't think it's an epidemic. I think it's a pandemic.
Oh, yeah, that one. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit's going to be fucked up either way.
That'd be kind of like a way to get him, too, if you had the coronavirus. Just right in your hand and run up to him and just start trying to touch him. Then you'd probably go to jail for attempted murder.
Well, either way, you're going to win. Because what's he going to do? Tie you up or something? And you try to grab him real quick, get some poo on him. DNA right there. Now you're spreading the DNA. And they're going to find that shit, They might miss your blood. We gotta get a special fucking light to find his blood. Ooh, what's all these fucking droplets? Oh, fuck.
You got these people in the crime lab looking through blood or looking through shit to find blood. Yeah, so there's some red in this shit. That's what?
Well, or wait a minute. I'm just assuming they can find out who you are through your poo.
They probably can.
Well, if you...
It is a good question, though. Can they figure out who you are based on your poo? I'm pretty sure that's how they find... Because I've heard stories of, people who, break into houses to kill people or whatever. And with all the excitement going on, they have to relieve themselves, so they go in the bathroom and shit. And then whatever happens, they get so, worked up or whatever, they forget to flush. So then they use the shit to track it back to the killer. They've done this on several cases. I'm 99% sure. Imagine getting caught.
How you look up for help?
Imagine getting caught up by your past shit. Literally.
What's is there a name for that?
Leaving
leaving a turd in somebody else's toilet and like not flushing on purpose. There's a technical word for that.
I'm sure there's a technical term that differentiates between just leaving a turd and not flushing in somebody's toilet and killing them and then leaving a turd in their shit and not flushing. And I think the second one, I think that one's just called dumb.
I would at least shape it into, SpongeBob or Patrick.
Shape it into the knife you're about to use to stab somebody.
Nice.
So not only are you stabbing them, you're also delivering them firsthand E. coli.
Ooh, plus, that's just gross.
Literally, that shit's gross.
I wonder if they could find. I mean, I imagine especially you get some butt tearing going on there, then you get some DNA of some kind, some skin flakes. Now is that a job you got to get the head of the shop to handle, or is that you came in late Thursday, Joe, you're fucking going through this shit and finding DNA. Okay.
It's a good question, but I just imagine the guy is at the scene. He's got his little tweezers in a bag, and he's fucking pulling it out the toilet and trying to put it in the bag, and it's all falling apart and falling out the sides of the bag and shit, and a little bit lands on his glove and rolls down his arm.
Nah, there's got to be at least one time somebody's looked in there, just walk around the crime scene, and they can tell a little bit by the smell, and you're like, and you look down, and you're like, fuck, because you're mad, because you're going to have to be the one that grabs that fucking turd out of there. So you just reach over and you just hit that flush button.
I could definitely see that.
Problem solved with one button.
See,
out of habit, maybe it's courtesy.
Now to go a little more nasty with it. What if it came out not solid and more liquid? Do they just come up with a fucking cup and just scoop up what they can and put in a bag?
Oh, man. You just brought some nasty images into my head right now.
It'll look like either gravy or some chili or,
Oh, man. I'm sure it'll look like my mistake from last week, I'm sure.
Your mistake from last week. Do I want to hear about this?
Well, you brought up all this poo talk. Picking up all the dog poo outside because the damn dogs keep wasting food.
Oh, did you walk over and shit on top of the dog shit to show dominance?
I don't recall ever saying that. So,
but you recall it enough to get that reference.
Yeah, like it's not like I could be like that sounds like something I'd say, but I don't remember that. So that's past Rick. But I got a bucket that's perfect for fitting. The shopping bags. On there. I do it double thick, just in case.
You pick up the dog shit with bags. You don't just walk out there with like a little pooper scooper and with the...
No, I get the pooper scooper and I fill this bag up. I'll walk around and scoop until I fill it up, then I'll tie it, and that's what I do with it. But sometimes I forget about it and I leave the shit sitting out there. And sometimes these crazy clouds come over and fill that fucker up with water. There's nothing worse than a bucket full of water full of shit.
Yeah, I don't know how much I want to go into it, but yeah, being that I've got 3 dogs and sometimes there's buckets that they put the bags in and they tie it up and they're too lazy to bring it to the trash, and then when you go and you lift it up and there's like freaking bugs crawling underneath it and shit in the bucket.
And there goes the podcast.
The podcast has been done. I've already at 24 minutes into this recording, I've already figured out the name of the podcast for this episode. It's going to be This Shit's Nasty.
Well, since you said that. Oh man. I just get that.
But what was the conclusion to this dog shit story?
Oh. The conclusion?
Yeah.
Oh, why am I talking about it?
Yeah.
Oh, because I tried to let it dry and then picked up the bag thinking, that it was dry, but it just kind of like fell out kind of the bag.
Like the bag
ripped? But I still had that's what I thought. And so I thought the second bag was holding the rest of the poo together. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go pick this up. It was like somehow the poo had just the shape of the bag imprinted onto it. And so it was just as big. I mean, like the whole bucket worth of poo. It all became like one poo. And when I went to hit it with a rake, it just kind of went. And like mashed potatoes, kind of like trying to scoop mashed potatoes out with a fork, you know, how it doesn't work.
This kind of went to a whole nother level of this shit nasty. I'm gonna have to dig deeper for this name.
You just got to beat that out because that would ruin my day. I had to that was fucking bad. I mean, I'm still fucking waking up in the middle of the night, fucking oh no. But other than that, my week's going pretty good.
I like how you brought it back to your week. Yeah, I'm not doing much, but I tell a 20-minute story later about my week,
Yeah. Well, I do got a question for you, but I figure I don't know if I want to wait on the other fool's answer or not.
That's up to you, man. That's up to you. You could always bring it up again later, but I mean, we could wait too at the same time. I got a question if you decide not to bring it up, though.
Okay.
Do you want me to jump into my question then?
Yeah, I still won't go out. Oh, wait, what?
That's racist. But no. So kind of related to the shitting and somebody breaks into your house, right?
Oh shit!
What if you're in the middle of a shower and you're butt ass naked, you're taking a shower, and somebody breaks into your house? Are you just gonna run out there butt naked real quick? You're gonna throw a towel on and fucking run out there with a towel? Or are you gonna? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Rick? What are you thinking?
I would still yell, "I have shit on my hands," and try to chase them anyways.
You could just run through the house and get water everywhere. You wouldn't want to dry off real quick at least first. That almost seems like a bigger mess you'll have to clean later.
I would slam the door shut and scream for somebody else to go handle it, so he thinks there's more than one person in the house. Maybe yell, "Get him, Fido!" Oh no, not Fido. That's a cat's name. That's not going to help.
Pretty sure that's
I'd have to try
to name.
Fido.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like a mean one. Fido.
Fair enough. Get him, Tinkle.
I'm a dinosaur. No.
The fuck?
That little commercial with that cute little girl. No.
I got stuck at cute little girl, and I'm just gonna keep moving on. So how about this? You're gonna yell for somebody else who's not in his house.
Yeah. I hope they handle it for me.
And hope your imagination handles it for you.
I would do the legal thing, and that is call the police and let them deal with the problem.
You're just going to lock, if you're going to check real quick, make sure your door is locked, and if it's not, you're just going to hop out the shower real quick, lock the door, go back in, and just keep showering like nothing's happening. So if you're in the middle, if you're in the middle of a shit, you're going to get up and chase him down. But if you're in the middle of a shower, you're just going to...
Well, it depends on what state of the shower you're at. Like if you're pre-tugging on it, your senses are heightened, so you'll probably be able to. That's how that fool was able to dodge bullets and shit. His shit's all heightened.
Tell me more.
If you're done tugging it, you're tired. You ain't gonna be running after nobody. You ain't gonna fight nobody after, right?
Interesting.
Right? Same with the shit. It depends what kind of shit you had. If you had one of those, you sit down and it's just a boop, 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 boop. The little bit of water taps your butt, maybe, and you can probably run with that. If you got one of those ones, when you're done, you're like, like that fucker hurt, and your shit's still trying to close all the way, but you got to breathe right so that sucker can relax, and you're like, oh god, I don't want to ever do that again. Nah, you ain't gonna run after anybody anyways either.
How'd you go back from the shower to the shit?
Because it's a matter of what kind of poo you have, what kind of situation you're in.
Oh, so you're relating it to the shower, but it's the situation.
Right.
So if you got soap all over your face and all over your body, you're going to be like, nah, I'm going to take this L because I don't want to slide on and fall on my ass. Is that the type of thing you're talking? But if you put soap in between your ass cheeks, that goes back to the lube.
It depends how.
Look, Pickle Rick's into it.
He's right there, just in case people can't see him. I don't know. It's probably bigger on your screen. I got this little tent.
Well, he's definitely a decent size. I'll tell you what. But he's so far in the back, and your camera's not like the best camera, so it looks like he's got one eye and one mouth.
Hey.
At least it's got the part I need.
Poor guy. It's all right.
Really, what he doesn't tell you secretly, he turns it upside down. It's secretly a Pickle Rick fleshlight.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, they come in. You can definitely hook that fucker up. It's just a matter of, do you want to look at him in the eyes, or
or turn him around? Does he have butt cheeks?
Well, they do now.
What the fuck? Oh, fucking A. This is the Deadboyz podcast, everybody. Thank you for listening.
You did this. You did this.
I did do this. I did do this. I think if I was in a shower, I don't know. That's a very interesting question. If I was in the shower and somebody broke in,
that's what I was going to ask you too.
I would go ninja, right? I would have the shampoo bottle and the conditioner, and I would have the soap strapped. I'd find an extra soap, and I'd have them strapped to the shoulders, and I would run out of this motherfucker, and I'd be like, pew, 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 start trying to shoot him with the shampoo and conditioner. If I hit him with the shampoo, don't forget that, bitch. Whew, shoot him with the conditioner, and I'd be like,
I don't think conditioner is bad on the eyes, is it?
The what?
I don't think conditioner hurts the eyes.
I'm not shooting him in the eye. I'm just shooting him in general.
Oh.
The bar of soap is probably gonna hurt the eyes. If fucking throw the whole fucking bar out. Oh! Fucking knock him in the head.
You're just hoping he drops a fucking soap.
One.
I mean, damn, most people drop it. You throw it. Damn.
Yeah, I throw the fuck at it. One of them, I'm aiming for his eyeball because I know soap in the eye hurts. The other one, I'm throwing at his feet and hoping that he fucking hits it and slips with it,
Right.
But that's all I got.
Yeah,
After that, I'm naked. I'm not trying to fight it. I'm not trying to fight it when I'm naked. So I'm just gonna retreat after that point and go figure out my clothes. I'm just hoping that'll be enough to scare him back out the window.
I would start. You got back straps you got to start working on before the shit spoils. You got some bacon you can work on real quick. You got the holiday hams right there. Oh, never mind.
The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, well, I mean, the guy's laying on the ground. He just broke in your house. I mean, you got extra room in the freezer already. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just putting it out there that,
Oh, you talking about chopping them up and eating them? You really are a cannibal, Rick.
No, that's fucking gross.
I'm confused.
That's fucking gross.
I'm confused.
I'm just saying you happen to have the extra room in the freezer and stuff, and one thing leads to another. Yeah, eat them.
Awkward. It kind of made me think real quick. You're talking about hiding bodies and shit. There was this weird, creepy TikTok I saw where these people were talking about how they rented a hotel. And then they looked under their bed, and you know how most hotel beds that we've been in, not we've been in. Well, maybe we've been in, because we've been in a lot of fucking hotels for work. But they have that baseboard on the bottom, so you can't get all the way underneath the bed.
Oh yeah, you can hide a body in there.
Well, these guys they went under their bed and it didn't have that baseboard type deal. But they realized that the floor was peeled up a little bit, so then they fucking lifted up the floorboard and held the camera kind of closer to it, and it was like a giant hole under there. But they didn't go further and go in or whatever. But yeah, there definitely gotta be some bodies in that motherfucker.
I've picked up the beds before to look underneath that board. Yeah. I get bored in the, I've been in a lot of hotels.
With a lot of weird people too.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, I'm the weird one probably. So
I don't know, man. There was that one guy when we were in Grand Junction. I don't know if you were outside or whatever, but he had like his little mask and he kept putting it over his face and shit. And he's all fucking got his little knife out and shit. And he's like, it was very weird, dude.
That's fucking weird.
He was like a drug dealer or something. That was like living in a hotel or some shit. He's a very weird dude. And he had this taller guy that was with him, and it was like just really quiet, like taller guy. And it was almost like I'm trying to think like a Beavis and Butthead type deal, but drug dealers. I think I'm thinking of Beavis and Butthead. Am I thinking of Beavis and Butthead? I don't know. I just forget that reference. Forget it. Forget about it.
And that's what happens when your company, well, actually that wasn't even the company, but that, that was a decent hotel. You can't really blame hotels, but
shit, the worst hotel I ever been in, this motherfucker tried to put us in was up in, I think, Pueblo or some shit. We literally show up. These people literally start telling us right off the bat, like, they just checked out this hotel, thought it was a little sketchy, started looking it up online, and seeing that, like, 3 people just got killed in the hotel last week. So I'm all thinking, like, okay, this is weird. Then I go into my room, right? And I got my little bag. And I go into the room.
Change the towels.
You said what?
They didn't even change the towels.
Wouldn't that be gross? That's why I always bring my own towels and shit. But I went into the room. The door shut behind me. I forget who I had like as a roommate or whatever. But they were like laying on the bed already. And I turn around, and on the fucking door, there's like a roach that's, bro, like the size of my eye, like fucking pair of sunglasses or some shit going around my eyes, bro, just on the middle of the door. I said, oh, hell no. And then I hear bing from the little Facebook messages and shit. And I look at my phone and somebody said their bed had bed bugs and shit. I said, oh, hell no. And I went and sat in my car until everybody else figured out they were ready to leave. Then I think that night we had to drive like an hour away to go to a different hotel. Dumb shit, bro.
I think I remember you saying something about that place.
I think that was not long
probably
after
that roach
you quit.
Is scared as fuck. People just fucking died.
Yeah.
That roach is scared as fuck. It was probably in that room. That motherfucker's trying to get the hell out of there, but you shut the door and he's like, oh, fuck.
That roach, he's just like, let me out. These ghosts are fucking crazy, man. Get me out of here.
His plan was to hang on the back of the door and get out real quick, but,
I could see it. I think
my last time in the hotel, I ended up holding my fist up to my roommate because I was all... Oh, I forgot who he was. Poor guy.
What? You held your fist up to your roommate? You forgot who he was? Poor guy?
Yeah.
I feel like there should have been more to the story.
Well, he went out to the bar with the other guys. I stayed there. And I had a little bit to drink, and I ended up sitting in a chair just like this guy, and then I fell asleep with the chair facing the door. So when he came in, I jumped up like a little puppy dog, except I was like, and I had my fist up, and I was just, I don't know, just must have had a weird look on my face because he was looking at me like, what the fuck? That was interesting.
Sounds like he was ready to beat some ass.
Who, him?
No, you.
Oh, I think I was in kill mode. I was coming, all right, mellowing out a little bit. I thought I was in my apartment, I think. And all of a sudden, I heard a noise. I opened my eyes, and there's somebody walking towards me. But he's just trying to get to his room or his bed. And I'm sitting in the way thinking some guy's coming at you. Yeah, that kind of scared you a little bit, I think.
Uh-huh. The weirdest hotel story I have. I don't know if I told it on a podcast before, but I know you definitely know about this shit.
All right.
But yeah, so I fucking went and crashed out. I don't remember exactly why I crashed out. I don't know if it was like after the bar or some shit, and it was just I was the first one to get back or whatever. But I fucking hopped on the laptop for a little bit, crashed out. Then I wake up a couple hours later. And the first thing I noticed is just like fucking the door is wide open, right, for the hotel. And it was like one of them outside hotels. So like when you walk out the door, it's outside already. You know what I mean? It's not like a hallway or whatever, but it's straight outside. And then I kind of look up a little bit. And my old fucking boss, bro, is just sitting there, drunk as hell, rocking back and forth, eye twitching. Oh. Literally, no shirt, no shoes, no pants, no service. That motherfucker was straight in his drawers. And I'm just like,
you want to tug on that sucker? you want to give it a tug?
you want to give it a shot? Yeah, you want to give it a shot? I heard you like to go to the bar to get shots. Well, I got some service right here for you, bud. But yeah, so he's all fucking rocking back and forth, eye twitching and shit like that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And just like at that moment, I fucking seen his like son or whatever walk by the door, and he looks over. He's like, "Hey, leave him alone!" And he's just like, "Oh," and like freaks out and kind of like goes into his bed and lays down. I'm just like, "The fuck did I just wake up?"
Like,
to?
how's that even supposed to be a thing? Where, hey, leave him alone. Like, like, does it happen that often? Where you're like, "Oh, hey, don't quit doing that again." You know, like, hey.
Like this is a common occurrence or some shit. Like, hey, not tonight. Save it for tomorrow.
Any port in a storm, buddy. Hey, kind of breezy.
I'd ask you if you're feeling the breeze between your knees, but of course I feel it.
That's not. Yeah, we're going to hell.
Oh shit! At least I'll see you there. We could hang out, right?
My cheeks are in pain right now. That's how I know.
That's how you know you're going to hell.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I got the Walter shirt that says "Shut the hell up." It's close enough. Close enough.
Oh! Shut up.
Shut the hell up. You gotta make it official, bruh.
Oh, there's AJ.
That's racist, bud. But no, talking about that, real quick, just bringing it in, getting back into the Jeff Dunham. He's got this hot sauce, right? And the hot sauce I got his Jose Jalapeno on a stick character on that shit. And tell me why. That shit was pretty, like, it tasted good, but that shit was like hot, like decently hotter than Cholula. You tried Cholula, right?
That sounds gay as fuck.
It's like the red colored hot sauce with the wooden ball on top.
Sprinkles. No.
The what?
Wow. Oh. Yeah, no. I was going to try and talk shit, but as soon as you said the wooden ball, I was like, oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I normally get like the hot sauce version of that because they got the different flavors or whatever. I normally get the one that says hot. And this one's just regular hot, and it's like way hotter than that. And he's also got two flavors above it. One's got Walter on it, and it's called the hotter sauce, I think. And then the one above it is the Ahmed on it. And it's called what the fuck sauce. So I want to try out that what the fuck sauce and see if it's hot. It's probably gonna make me cry.
There's some. I've seen some when I was in Thailand. I think it was. They had the hottest pepper. And that shit, you get the juice on your hand. Yeah, like you put a little bit on there, and it like burn you.
I'm sure it's pretty acidic. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but that's how hot that shit is. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go to the hottest pepper in the damn world. I just want something hotter than what I got. Which was kind of nice because I'm used to like the Cholula, and I don't really go too crazy trying different hot sauces. Cause I feel like a lot of hot sauces, I feel like they're either hot and they taste bad, or they taste really good and they're not that hot. You know what I mean? Whereas like this Jeff Dunham one I tried, it was like it wasn't as good on the taste side as the Cholula, but it was still, you know what I mean? It was like hot. Not like hot, but it was like hotter. If that makes sense.
You want it hot enough where like like your mouth is still burning when your stomach is doing that sound. and you're gonna be fucked. Like, oh, I'm gonna have 2 burning holes.
You know what's funny thinking about that is like the worst feeling you get when you have chapped lips and you eat hot sauce and your lips are fucking on fire more than your mouth is. That's the worst.
That's why you gotta pre-wipe with Rick's pre-wipe. I haven't made that stuff yet, but I'm just advertising for it.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you don't want to get hot sauce on your lips with chapped lips, do you?
No.
Huh?
So we're gonna lube up with Rick's lube. Can I just put chapstick on it?
That's what it's going to be, but I'm just going to take the wrapper off and put pre-wipe on it.
I normally too. The worst part is normally when I realize my lips are chapped or after I'm already eating hot sauce and my lips are on fire. So that's always great.
Well, you got to make sure you use chapstick though. Active-On. You don't want the Active-On on there.
Active on, active off. Wax on, wax off.
When it's like icy hot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Trust me, you don't want any of that shit down your booty hole. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rick, bring it back to the booty. What if you put that shit in your booty hole and somebody broke in?
Into your booty hole? That's called rape. You gotta call the cops on that one. They give a warning on that. If they just see just us two on the podcast, that's enough warning right there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, normally by now I'd be like, "What the fuck?" And we haven't done enough podcasts with Cody to know his reaction, but I think he would just laugh at us.
Well, I mean, I just know from experience that stuff's bad. I had that can spray shit. I tried to spray that shit on my back once, but instead of being like far away and getting like a, my shit was like this close. I didn't know it, and I just held it, and so I had a bunch of it just run right down the crack of my ass, and it lights you up.
Woke you up a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like you're like, ooh, that burns a little bit more. Like every second is just like a little bit worse than and it just keeps getting worse and worse, and like until you're like at the point where you're like, do I gotta get help for this? And then you're fine.
Last question for you, Rick. Last question.
I didn't have to get help. Oh.
That's good. That's good, Rick. You shouldn't have to get help. But what if you're in the middle of smashing, right? Getting on your bounce, you go wow, wow, and somebody breaks in.
Yes. Oh, that's a third person.
You're just going to have them join?
As long as you got a smaller pecker, I mean, might as well.
Well, I guess then what if they got a bigger pecker? You're going to fight them off?
Well, he's got to go piss on his leg while he's doing it. At least, I mean, you got to show dominance somewhere.
I'm just imagining the situation. It's like playing out in a movie where fucking Rick's just like showing from the top half, and he's just going at it, having a good time, and it's all dark in the room. And you just see this face come out the darkness. Hey, buddy. And he's like right behind you, and he's breathing on your neck, and you're just like, fuck.
That's awkward.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're going forward, but when you come back, it feels different.
See, that ain't somebody breaking into the house. That's a stalker, and they know what the fuck they're doing. That ain't just timing.
Huh. So if they got a smaller pecker, you're gonna invite them to join. But if they got a bigger pecker, you're gonna pee on their pee to show dominance.
My garage fixed my yard is I'm not gonna let somebody park a truck in that motherfucker. Unless they let some air out of their tires or something. I mean,
all I could say is awkward. What if it's a female that breaks in?
Hey, still. Can't be bigger than me.
She whipped out a dick that was bigger than mine.
Right. Which, I mean, nowadays, I mean, we're all equal. I mean, I'm just saying, But we're birthing people now, I believe. is the technical term even?
We're birthing people.
I'm pretty sure that's what we're supposed to classify people now. We're not mothers and fathers now. I don't think. I think we're birthing people. You got to look that up, but I'm pretty sure that's the thing.
I'm a pregnant people. I can't get pregnant people.
Oh, well, I seen them talking about it on TV. So I looked over at my mom and I was like, "Huh? So how do you like that shit?" Yeah, she looked like it was my fault. Like I said it.
Yeah, pretty soon. You know? Pretty soon, you ain't gonna be able to call them mom and dad. You're just gonna call them people. People.
Right.
People.
No, it's gonna be paper, rock, scissors to who's gonna pop this sucker out.
You're gonna have to go into like a freaking clinic and have it transported from the female into the male like a seahorse.
Huh. $200,000 into it. You got all the surgery done. You're looking over at her like, could have been a lot easier. You should have gotten scissors, bitch.
We're gonna be broke for the rest of our lives because you had to choose rock.
I'm a fucking guy. I win that shit all the time.
Right? Yeah, you win that shit all the
time. You gotta have a montage with all your.
like I said, Rick, practice makes perfect, huh? I'm gonna make a whole highlight reel of Rick, and it's all just gonna be like you doing this different ways.
How small he moves his hand here.
Oh, fuck it, eh?
Oh, damn. I don't even know what the fuck we talked about.
I don't want to know what we talked about. We talked about poo, Rick inviting people to jerk it with him, more poo, Pickle Rick. And yeah, it's been a good podcast. It's been a good podcast.
Oh, yeah, he's been there the whole time. Hey, guy.
He's the one that's breathing down your shoulder. Hey, Rick.
I figured he was going to pop up on that podcast, but I did not know he was going to be, like, right there.
When you were setting him out, you were like, just be in the background?
Well, I just set him down because that's where I'm going to stick my pencils in and shit.
That's hot.
And yeah. Well, I mean, it's a picture.
Is that your art table?
Oh, yeah.
That big old black thing? That's the whole table or what?
Damn.
Yes, oh, yeah. I know. That's racist. Oh, now I can see it a little better. It's got the drawers and shit. Does that tabletop fold?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So if you wanted to fold it down, would you have to pull it out to fold it down?
No, I just lift up on it. That thing, it goes by, like, I lift up on it and it'll all the way down. It's got these little arm things.
Fair enough.
But $160 off Amazon.
Huh.
Amazon.
Was it expensive shipping? It looks like expensive shipping.
Not anything over $25. Free shipping.
Fair enough.
They put the price in there somewhere. I'm sure the thing was actually like, $40, and they're like, well, shipping and handling, I don't know. And they're like, oh, well.
I just want to ship it and handle it at the same time.
You should mess with boxes. One thing leads to another thing, and yeah.
Oh.
That's not like a fucked up chair that need a little bit of fucking oil on that shit. My bad.
It sounded like you had Pickle Rick on your chair and you went and had a seat on him. Oh shit! You got any last thoughts or anything before we get in a shout out and going outside of the week, Rick, or what?
Does Batman really disappear?
Was that your question that you were going to ask earlier?
Yeah.
So should we save that for AJ and Cody?
You can think on that and ponder it. There you go.
Okay. That goes for you too, the viewers on Twitch, because this probably ain't gonna come out for a couple weeks. So by the time we actually do talk about it, it's gonna be too late to think about it. But you can think about it and then listen to the next week's episode when it actually does come out. It'll still have the same effect. Think about it. Think about, exactly, my friend. But
I think we're about ready to close her out now.
But since you wanted to go ahead and be like, how was your week, Joey, right off the bat, and unsurprisingly hit me with it, I'm going to have to hit you with it. What's your shout out to going outside, Rick?
Oh. Like going outside? Yeah, no, going outside. Oh.
You ain't got no going outside? Not even to the dog poop?
How about going out confused?
Going out confused. I could fucks with that.
Yeah. These all right. So we got a fence, you know. Okay, so my neighbors, you know, normally you put the 4x4s, if you have 4x4s for your wooden fence on the inside. Well, she put hers facing the road. So the gate has all the guts to the gate facing the road even. So I'm just all confused about it. That was my going out confused.
They just wanted all the pretty sides of the fence facing in towards the actual yard.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that before?
I'm not too sure about the side with the gate, but I've seen people do it with the rest of their fence.
The gate. It sounds like a pretty happy gate. It just swings open whenever it wants. Oh.
That gate should have been invited to Pride Month. It's just out there swinging with the swingers.
Yeah. We're going to hell. Yep, that's all I got now. Nah, I fucked that up with that. But.
Yeah, you ain't got no shout outs or nothing?
Oh, shout outs. Son of a bitch.
Bitch of a son.
Nah, I forgot all my shout outs.
You ain't got no shout outs, not even to that big ass stick you got just chilling right by your bed.
That right there. That motherfucker, that was a good drunk night right there.
Does that hold up that 2x4?
Hell no. That's driftwood right there. You know, motherfuckers always have little pieces of wood, like yay big. Well, I figured if I was going to bring back a piece of Lake Superior driftwood, I was going to grab a big motherfucker. And I ended up with the Gandalf fucking staff behind me. It will part water if you hit the ground hard enough.
It'll part water, as in water will still come out of it?
Oh, that's God's staff. Never mind, it's not God's staff. Yeah. I'm getting God and Gandalf mixed up. They're both powerful. Either way, that thing's pretty out there. You ain't never heard of driftwood? People love driftwood. This shit's been sitting out in the water until it turns into whatever the fuck that is.
To be honest with you, the only driftwood I've ever heard, we're just gonna keep moving on.
Yeah. Just bouncing around.
I got that driftwood that kind of reminds me of that gate.
Uh-huh.
God damn it, AJ.
I still see his mom poke her head out that door. That shit was funny as hell that day. Just
That's
a
hot.
smile she had on her face was like, hi.
Uh-huh.
You have to go back and clip that out.
No, I'm not clipping that out. I'm going to blow it up and have it play back 3 times back to back. So you're like, hey, hey, hey. And it's going to flip the side and everything.
Just that creepy little smile she had.
My shout out, well, I'm going to start off with my going outside because that one's most prominent in my head right now. My going outside is going to have to go to goddamn Dodge for going into my freaking Dodge. And it's a sideways engine, right? So the belt isn't in the front of the car. It's facing the passenger wheel. So I had to take off the passenger wheel, take off the paneling behind this shit just to get to the belt. And then I'm upside down trying to get the leverage, the freaking crank on the pulley, the release pulley or whatever. And I had to freaking put some force into that fucker and then actually get the belt. That was such a pain in the ass.
Oh, belts can be, yeah. You're going to come out of that with...
Every front facing engine I've ever done is easy. You just done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was,
some people had to be dicks and turn that fucker.
I also want to say going outside because normally I feel like they got a diagram somewhere on the car on how the belt's supposed to go. No, I had to look online. I even had a Haynes book for that car, and I was looking in the Haynes book, and I still couldn't find a freaking diagram for it. So I had to look online to find a freaking diagram. It's that bullshit, man. It's that bullshit.
That shit's hard to do if you're buzzed up too. All that little.
Yeah, that shit was wild. It was like 7 pulleys or whatever, and it's like go this way, 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 go this way. And it's like the freaking cable is like barely far, you know what I mean, from the other side. Shit. So it's like, what the hell?
Well, I was confused when you told me your shit stopped working. And that's why I was confused, because I've driven home without my belt before.
No, my shit, as soon as I heard that belt...
Well, you should chop your shit up. Yeah.
Yeah, my shit, as soon as I heard that belt snap, because it was literally, when it first broke off, it was like a little section of it broke off, and I was like, shit, I gotta go home and fucking deal with this shit now. Then I started trying to drive home, because when that happened, I was like 45 minutes away from home or whatever with the traffic. So I started driving home and shit. Then at some point, like halfway between there and home, another half of it broke off, and I had to pull over and check it. And it was like literally like a thin fucking half-inch strand of this fucking belt left. And I'm like, oh shit, hopefully this thing can make it home. Get 5 minutes away from being home, bro. I hear pop, and then I look down, fucking lights on my dashboard start going off like a fucking Christmas tree. The fucking heat one fucking just starts going up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the important one.
I thought it was about to blow up. I was like, what the hell? So I pulled over real quick, and then I called the tow truck and had them come over. That reminds me, going outside to motherfucking my insurance company. These motherfuckers, I told them that when I went to go change one of my cars down to liability and shit, because I ain't been driving it, I told them, they said, do you want to keep the roadside and towing? Do you want to keep that on for $5 a month? I said, yeah, keep that shit on. You know what they did?
Nah.
Yeah, they took it off, bro. So when I needed it, I called, and they were all like, yeah, it doesn't look like you have it under this car. But it was sure as hell it was on the car that I haven't been driving because I'm about to trade it in. Figure that.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I've had people say, hey, use mine, and it be you can use their insurance and they'll send the car out. And yeah, here, though. So, yeah. But they wouldn't do that because you had a different car on there?
Yeah, it was dumb. Either way, allegedly, I went around it and used somebody else's insurance that they claimed they were driving the car when it happened. So, allegedly,
Well, that's what I'm saying. You were driving that car, and
Either way, it was a whole dumb situation. But my shout out, I want to give a shout out to Jeff Dunham. Depends on what you want to call it. I've always called him Jeff Dunham, but I know his little puppet peanut be like Jeff Dunham.com. So I gotta.
I'm surprised you ain't looking like that old puppet yet.
Looking like Walter, like my shirt.
Yeah, well. Oh, yep, that guy.
Shut the hell up. It's my dude.
That's gotta be awkward.
That's my dude.
To throw your voice out like that.
If they had my size in the other shirts too, I probably would have copped some of the other shirts because he has some pretty cool shirts and shit going on.
What do you mean? What, they have small or something?
They were just like they were selling out of all like the large and extra large sizes. They only had like smalls and mediums and shit left. They had like a fucking peanut hoodie, I think they had an Ahmed shirt and shit. And I'm like, fuck. And the peanut hoodie was all purple, so it was like peanuts dope, and it was a purple hoodie, man. Purple's the motherfucking color.
I'm about to say purple's like your color. I'm surprised you didn't buy it.
They only had it in like small and extra small. It would have been a crop top to me. The sleeves would have went down to my elbows and shit, probably.
Just cut the nipples out, you'd be fine.
Cut the nipples out real quick. I could probably pull off a fucking fancy hooker on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah, we're still recording, huh?
Oh, yeah. But going off of that, this was another episode of the Deadboyz podcast. Catch us every Thursday when we got a new audio podcast coming out on the streaming sites. It's also the same day that the video comes out on YouTube. You could also listen to us on Facebook. So there's no excuses. We is out there. You can catch us every Monday or Tuesday, except for maybe once in a while. That last week was once in a while, But you can catch us Monday or Tuesday on the Twitch stream. Come hang out. Come talk. Come say what's up. Come be like, yo, what is 2 + 2? I won't answer that shit. We'll be like 4. We might say 5. But just come. Yeah, just join the conversation. I don't care what you say. You could ask Rick about freaking his pickle Rick or his little dick
or how to make homemade Kool-Aid out of yeah,
right. Awkward. But yeah, that's probably all I got to say off the top of my head. This was another episode of the Deadboyz podcast. My name is Joey H. With me, I got your boy Rick. He's somewhere there, folks. For the audio listeners, he was looking around. We couldn't find him. We tried looking. But this was another episode of the Deadboyz podcast. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.